Hello everyone. Here, the Center for the Study of Truth. Here's Stephen Mager. I'm a private researcher and I'm a spiritual anarchist. Um, I discuss about a lot of topics that have reason that slavery taken place in our planet and how to solve these things. So usually I speak in my material and my content in Hebrew language because I live in Israel. So I see the tyranny and the slavery here is so high that in high levels that is push me to do something and to inform people about what is going on in our country and what is going on around the world and why is going on. The real question is why. Because all this situation of this pandemic scam, as I call it, push me forward to do some stuff, really take an action and share the knowledge I have with other people. And I think shouldn't you also do this? Because it's so important, because this is so necessary to know and to do because for finish with this slavery system and this tyranny is taking place in our world and bothering our freedom and physical freedom we need to live by nature. Okay, and I speak about topics like human consciousness and the laws of creation and occult, alchemy and Kabbalah and esoteric traditions, ancient traditions. I share this knowledge with you, and I want to share it also in English language, also in Hebrew. And I invite you to go into my website, is www.stevenmager.com. Sorry, dot, because in Hebrew is nikuda is dot. So www.stevenmager.com. And this site is called, the name of the website is Center for the Study of Truth. All the content there is in Hebrew language, so I understand you you don't understand nothing. If you English speaker and you not understand the Hebrew language, is okay, because I already done one video, but I go to make more and more videos in English language, because I want to inform all the world and all the English speakers around the world in that knowledge and what is going on in our country and how is going to be in all the world. Because you not understand maybe how is all the things here working, and they just put in the front of the eyes of the people all these satanic rituals they do here, and all these coercions they do with the people and push the people to believe in what they want to believe, the government, yes, and all these religious systems. So I have a short presentation for you today to show you our topics, what I speak usually in my language, and I will share with you this knowledge. So the topics is, as I say, human consciousness, the laws of creation, the occult, the alchemy, esoteric traditions, metaphysics, mind control, and techniques of mind control. Yes, because they have a lot of techniques of mind control and engineering of our consciousness. They just engineering that by media, by mainstream media, by science, by religions, by governments, and all the system they create to control the humanity and make them to stay enslaved and the rest of their lives inside the jail the human is created for himself. Okay, we all create the jail of this jail and this we live. We are created by ourselves and by our behaviors, the input in our reality, and this what give us the suffering and all we experience in our realities and all this. Okay, so I will start the short presentation I make. So what is going on in our world? Okay, what is really is going on in our world is slavery. Is in the long time is slavery here, and people need to understand that it's not just start before 1 year and all this pandemic scam. Yes, it's starting long time ago, decades ago. Okay, it was have been going on for decades and more than thousands of years that humanity has been under slavery and under mind control and psychological engineering. Okay, and this is say to us, my friends, that we live in a slavery long time, and before all this happen, all this scam they do, and people start to wake up to that, because really the creator of the universe and the universe itself want us to understand these things, and all this happen for the reason. Okay, and people not ask the question why, and they not enter to the casuality of the things. Okay, and they just looking and they stuck in the effects they have, and they receive in their life, and they blame others and they blame the situations, but they not ask the question why, and they not back the casuality, okay, of the things. As I will explain later on about the principles of laws of creation, that is hermetic principles, is hermetic tradition, very ancient tradition that explains 7 principles. I will explain them later in English. I explained them already in my language in Hebrew. I will explain them also in English, that people need to hear that. And one of them is the principle of cause and effect, that people need to understand, that they need to understand the causes, the causality of the things, why the things happen to us, why the suffering arrive to us, whatever we do, we experience it now. Okay, I will explain this later, but people need to understand why it's happening to us, and they need to ask all the time the question why. So the humanity is under control by a minority who have hidden knowledge. Okay, they have some hidden knowledge, that is occult knowledge, I will talk about later on. That is something hide they hold to themselves, and they don't want the rest of the humanity, okay, understand that knowledge. Not only to know, to understand. They don't want people thinkers. They don't want smart and think people with wisdom, okay, that thinkers, and they also active, and they do something for their rights, and they strip our rights every day. Especially here in Israel, they take our rights away every day, okay, and they through their lockdowns, through their reasons, they invite every day, and just put more boundaries for people, like freedom of movement even, and freedom of speech, that people cannot speak. They ban them in Facebook and YouTube, that all these corporations, they just go against the freedom of speech here in Israel, because they don't like to hear another opinions. They just go against all these anti-vacciners, anti-governments, who against the slavery. They not accept that. They not agree that you will think different. You understand how much bad the situation here in Israel. Okay, so. Not only in Israel, also it will arrive all the world, and all the world under this. This is a disease in all the world, okay? The disease in the mind of the people. This is what I try to explain. So, they have hidden knowledge that this minority of people, of the nature of the universe and the human psychology, okay, how the universe is working and how the human psychology work inside that, and how it's combined together, and all these things that people should know for live better life and really involve in their soul and spirit, should know that, and people don't want to know that even, and they not interested in that knowledge because they ignorant. Later on we'll explain why, and why the people is ignorant and how it's happened, okay? And they do everything so that humanity does not know and understand it. They will do everything. They will put all the news, all the mainstream bullshit they put on all the schools, and educational systems of slavery. Especially here I see the communistic educational system, pure communistic educational system, and the parents of them just put the kids there and go to enjoy their lives and don't care about their kids, and their kids is wash-brained in the school. And also religions, I will speak about religions that hold back people from know the truth, really the truth, okay? And they stuck in that. So they create all the system just to make the people ignorant and make and maintain this situation that they have, that group of minority of people, of not big group of people that control the majority of the people of population of the world, that ignorant from this knowledge, and they hold for themselves this knowledge, okay? All this occulted knowledge and hidden knowledge. So they don't want the people understand and think by themselves. They don't want that. And they want to maintain a differential relationship between the minority and the entire population, that ignorance for control and enslave the humanity. Okay, because of that they hide this knowledge. I will speak later on about this hidden knowledge more. This also the tradition that people not understand, and this is already not hidden. People can read and can enter to also my website. I post a lot of books online, PDF, free. People can read. They don't want to read because they don't find the answer, and they not ask the questions why, and they just don't want to know, because they focus on other stuff like mainstream media and mainstream science and all this shit they put outside for distract people from the truth, and to go inside this knowledge, that they do everything to people not go there and not check and stay ignorant in their lives. Okay? Sorry. Unfortunately, we live in the time when the slavery accepted as something legitimate. Here I see people not care about the slave. They like to be slaves. People like to be slaves. They love it. They love the masks. They love these things. They do it for this to be a slave, and they like this slavery, and they take it as normal, because people like me that that understand morality, what is really moral, what the laws of creator say, okay? And for me, slavery is not accepted, but other people, they accept the slavery, and they also go against the people like me, and they say me crazy. You understand? Everything is the opposite, and they accept the slavery, and they do through democracies, through kingdoms, and through a lot of regimes of slavery and structures they create for that, like governments and religions, and they just put it inside the people all the time to believe in that as a god. Okay, people cannot stay without the government. Even you ask normal person that what you will do if the government not here, the big daddy of the government not protect you and not give you what you need. People cannot even imagine a life without that. You understand? People cannot imagine life without government and monetary system, like money, like all this stuff. Okay? And they take it as normal, and for them is okay. And this is a sickness, is something sick in the mind and in the spirit. That's something sick, and they not balance in their lives, and they not understand. They die inside. Those people, they die inside them. They dead walking people, and you see this in the streets, and you see this in their eyes. The eyes of the people say a lot of stuff, like this is a window of the soul. You see the people if they awake or they die inside, and you see a lot of dead people walk around, and then they not understand why, and they put these controllers, they put in front of the people the truth. They put them the symbols, they put them the messages, they put everything, but people not understand, and they just obey. They control to obey the system, okay? Because they accept the slavery normal as normal, okay? So as you see also here, the symbolism, these fellows here, they think they are gods in the earth, yes? And this police, they just obey what they say, and they create that chaos we live in. They just create that by their actions. They doing stuff to continue the slavery, okay? The army, the police, all the workers of the authorities, or all these organizations, all these people, they not understand what they part of, unfortunately. Okay? So let's continue. This, in Israel, I want you to see, they say, reserved for vaccinated people only. Okay, you have green pass, you have the freedom. Okay, they take it as a freedom. They put it. You not understand what they do here in Israel with this. This is not vaccination. This is a genetic experiment they do on people, and people accept that. Even you say them, they say that clearly, that they make experiments on the Jewish people in Israel. Whatever Jews, I don't know. But in the population in Israel, they make it experiments on them, and they just do it anyways, because they have contradiction between them, what they think and what they do. Because have contradictions, their consciousness is not unified. I will speak about this later. Why is happening? And they just accept that normally, and they think everything will back to the same life. They not understand this is a signal from the creator that you will change your behaviors and you will change your perception, okay, and worldview about that, because it's not natural. This is unbelievable how people believe in these things. So here you see they starting to make groups, vaccinated, not vaccinated. You cannot enter here, you can enter here. They make a lot of different groups that they will fight between each other, and dual. They want to create duality between the people, between those who believe in the system, who not agree to the system, okay? They want to create another groups, like democracies. They create a groups. This is duality. This is the same system of slavery that people not understand. Whatever you choose, the left or the right, this is the same slavery system. Okay? There's just another side of this. I will speak also about the principle of polarity. That is connected to this. They know all this principle, all these laws, and they play around with us, and they manipulate the humanity through these principles and through this knowledge they have. Okay? They just use this knowledge for bad purpose. Sorry? Yes, here. I want to show you another pictures that from here you see the people obey to this government, and they even ready to die for this country, to this state they create. All these people, they think they are God in the earth. And they just accept the vaccine, that this genetic modification and this experiment of pharmaceutical company, okay, and they just agree with this, and they believe whatever say the professional in the mainstream news. They believe anything. They even not check by themselves is it good or no, what the consequences of that for long term. They not care, because they believe in the government as a god, okay? They just believe in the government as a god. This is what I see. This is a religion, ladies and gentlemen. This is a religion that they try to put the people believe to the religion that is government. This is government, this is people that think they're gods, and people obey to their orders. Even to put something inside their body, because normal people that sovereign on their body, they sovereign beings, okay? They never accepted things. You need to be sovereign on your body. You need to say in some point no to take your rights away, especially this. Because this is unbelievable how people agree for this shit. This is unbelievable. I don't know what with your countries there, But here I see this clearly. And from here, this will spread all the world, because here is the most ignorant people in the world I meet. But really, in Israel, is the most ignorant and low consciousness people I haven't seen in my life. Really, here, especially in this country, people not understand, and they tyrants. They too much believe in what they say, because they was traumatic after the Holocaust they experience, and they think that this state will save them from that, and this will never happen again, as they say. Yes, it's happened again, and you see this clearly today. You see this every day. When you go to the street, you see the Holocaust go again, because they want to kill a lot of people, and they will kill a lot of people, will sacrifice a lot of people, because the people need to suffer to understand what the direction they need to take. Okay, and they need to understand what moral and what immoral, what behavior is moral, right or wrong. They not understand that yet. Okay. So people do everything to protect this government and this state. They will do everything for that, and they will obey for any order they will they will receive from their masters. Okay. So what is consciousness? Okay, this is the most important thing when people should understand. Before you go to the solution part, and I not go exactly to the solution part, I just say this in the basic context. Okay, the consciousness is a simple triangle. Okay, it's simple, but it's not simple to change that. People need to understand this is the consciousness. This is triangle is our consciousness that have three parts in that. Okay, this is the divine son, the body, the divine mother, the spirit, and the mind, the father creator. Okay, this is our mind, our body, this is our actions, our behavior, and the divine mother, the spirit, the emotions, the intuition, and the inner world of us, and the inner experience of our body. Okay, that we not see. Anyways, this is the ability of recognize with respect to the patterns. Okay, you need to recognize. Okay, what happened to your environment in that time and any time. Okay, you need to be aware, and you need to treat that as a respect and understand what the causality again, why has happened to us. Okay, and the significance for events to that occur. Okay, both within as individuals and also in the external realm in which each take place. Okay, is both things. Is inner, we need to be aware what is going on in our individual body, how we feel it with ourselves, within us. Okay, what we think, what we feel, and how we behave. Okay, and this also include the external realm, the physical realm that we living inside. We need to see the events happen and just think what the causality of these events and how we can change that in the future from this present moment. Okay, this is what I try to explain. So the thought, emotion, and action, this is our consciousness. This is our building blocks of our consciousness, and this is, you compare it to knowledge, that this is the mind. Okay, the thought, the mind, and compassion, this is the emotion, energy in motion, by the way, this energy that came in motion, the emotion. Okay, this includes the compassion. People need lack of compassion today. Okay, friends, people lack of compassion today. This is the real issue of our society today. And courage, lack of courage to people also. Have lack of courage, they cowards, they don't have the courage to say no to someone who will take his rights away, because he's scared from the government, he's scared from they will hurt him, or they will take him to somewhere, or whatever, I don't know. People not active, and they're lazy to do stuff. And me also, I was lazy before. I was not want to share this knowledge, but I understand at one point, after this scam is arrive and this open my mind to do some stuff, to be active, to have courage, because courage you earn by knowledge. If you have more knowledge, you earn more courage, and you need to have compassion to make the action based on courage. Okay, this is the consciousness need to be united. All the body, spirit, and the mind need to be together. The mind, emotion, and action need to be together. Okay, this is really unified consciousness that can lead us to spiritual involvement and growth. Okay, so this is the triangle of consciousness. Can you see here? Like this, we built our reality, ladies and gentlemen. We built our reality by these things and by our behavior. How we behave, we build our reality. In bad or in good, depend on us, depend how we build it as humanity. Okay? So, why need to take responsibility for our consciousness? This is the question, why? Why need to take responsibility? Responsibility. We're able to respond, okay? Why? So, because as I say, we are the creators of our reality, whatever is suffering or love, okay? Whatever we suffer or we feel love in our external world, on how we experience in our reality, we are the creators of our reality. We are creating our mind, everything. The universe is mental, okay? This is based on mental, as the principle of mentalism say also. We are creator of our world, and what these people, the controllers, want to do, they want us to build dark reality, dark world, that we live in slavery. We don't understand why, okay? And we create by ourselves this, or dark or light. It depends on us what we build as a builders of our reality, of our world as we see it, okay? Because everything is mental, as I say. Everything starts from the mind. Because of that, this represents the Father, the Creator. But the same, I tell, the creation itself is built on the mental, okay? So, this is the solution for the slavery we experience in the past decades till now. As I say, we this is deeper and deeper in our DNA, all this slavery, okay? Because we, decades and decades, humanity live under the slavery, under suffering, under big trauma, and this enter to our DNA very, very deep, and it's hard to put it outside, okay? So, we can do it. If you study epigenetics, you understand why our genes have expression. We can change our expression of the genes by our change of our consciousness, of our mind and spirit and action, okay? Our mind and our emotion and our action can change the expression of the genes, and we can rewrite our gene codes, okay? Anyways, this is the solution, and this is necessary to take responsibility of our consciousness and how we behave in the right way or in the wrong way, or we harm someone or we doesn't harm someone, is depend on our behavior and our mind and our emotion, okay? Especially when we act, when we put the behavior outside, we are the create. We create the universe by our words. Even we speaking, this is like an action. Universe speaking the existence. So it's very important what we say and what the words meaning, because words have frequencies and other stuff that's underlying the simple language, but still is very important. And this is necessary for the solution for the slavery inside. And we need to stop to blame each other. We need to stop to blame even those controllers. We need to understand, we need to work in ourselves, okay? We need to know ourselves better. People not know themselves. They don't know who they are. Okay? And this is a big problem. So this is also necessary to achieve real freedom. Okay? Real freedom, because freedom cannot be under slavery. The freedom cannot be in small pocket and in slavery system, big one, in around the world, and you cannot build freedom. Freedom can only be under humanity that live in balance in themselves, in unified consciousness between themselves and as individuals, and also they need to understand themselves, as I say, and they need to live in harmony with the natural laws of Creator. Okay, that I will speak about this later in my videos, and I suggest you to follow on, and I will explain it in deeper meanings. And this is necessary for build a real freedom, because everything starts from us as individuals, and we need to be unified in ourselves and be unified externally as humanity. Okay, and in balance way, and be in harmony with the Creator, and be in harmony with His laws, not laws of man, laws of the Creator, because laws of man is illusion, not exist laws of man. They can write whatever they want, they can say whatever they want in the news, but it's not exist. This is illusion. Man cannot cannot invite laws. Laws exist in the nature that Creator is not dependent on the mind of the people, on what they think, on what they believe. They exist anyways, and the question is if we live by them with harmony or no. Okay, because they will work anyways. These laws work anyways, and the laws of man, this is illusion to control people that not understand the laws of Creator. Okay, so this is really important for our freedom as human species. And this is very, very important to understand that we need to take responsibility for our consciousness. So, ignorance and lack of understanding in human consciousness and laws of nature lead us to suffer and live in slavery system. Okay? Especially ignorance, because ignorance, if people ignorant, they not want to understand, and they think they know enough, they cannot grow, and they will live in fear, because ignorance put you in fear in the box, because you don't have enough knowledge, you not aggregate enough knowledge to be courage person. Okay, because courage you need to have knowledge, and ignorance is the opposite of knowledge. Is not have knowledge. People just not accept the truth. He want to believe in what he want to believe. He want to believe in the truth he want, but he don't understand the truth is not everyone have his truth. No, it's not work like this. This work that truth exists anyways. Whatever you believe or me believe or you believe or whatever we as individuals believe, this doesn't matter. This exists. The truth exists for discovering her, for discovering it. This is our mission here, to discover that. Okay? So I cannot say this is my truth, this is your truth. Okay? Because of that, people ignore some knowledge, and they have lack of understanding how operate all this thing, all this universe, all how we operate inside this. And they cannot live why they don't understand why they suffer and what has happened to them. Okay? So ignorance is number one, I think, problem that we're facing in the human, okay, in the human race. That people too much ignorant, and they have lack of understanding. Not only ignorance, they not understand the human consciousness. Okay, they even consider each other by their profession, by their this is ego. The pure ego is come to me, like me as a doctor, you as a lawyer, or you as a whatever you. This is not right definition, my friends. It's not the right definition. This is not the people need to understand if they do something wrong or they do something right, or if it's right or wrong. This is the question here. And what our consciousness, what we build, what we think and what we feel and what we act. This is we are. This is the real being. okay, and not our profession and our stability in the society, or hierarchies, or all this stuff. I work in this company, or you work in that company, whatever. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, friends. Okay? So we will continue all the time suffering till we will not understand that our consciousness building this suffering, or this love, or this freedom, or this slavery. Our consciousness as a collective consciousness of human. Okay? So we have here, especially in Israel, I see this worldview coercion as way of life. Okay, they just coerce you to believe in what they want you to believe as a way of life, and now it became way of life with the masks, with the vaccines they put. Everything okay. This is the new normal, and they put it as a people, and they believe in that, and who not agree with this slavery system, okay, who not agree, they remove you from, they ban you, and they even can hurt you. Okay, my friends, it's not a joke. This is something very bad that they do to people, that we cannot even think different than them. They not agree. Person, a human being, not think different, or have some questions or other alternatives about how to think about health conditions and how diseases came in our lives and all these things. This is a completely slavery if they take our freedom of speech away. Okay, this is very serious, my friends. To believe the government and science systems cause apathy and imbalanced mind that cause immoral behaviors that causes violence and suffering. Okay? Understand that believing government, science, religions, and all these authorities is cause apathy, that people not care about what is going on, like today. They not care about what is going on, and they take this worldview as a religion for them, and they continue with this and enforce other people to do them the same like they do. Okay? And this cause also imbalanced mind that cause immoral behaviors. Okay? That causes violence and suffering. Okay? Immoral behaviors causes violence and suffering. Because of that, people suffering. Their behaviors immoral. They think this is moral. Whatever you think, the morality is something. Something stable. You cannot move it. No one can move it. No one can play with this. Okay? The moral is exist, and this is not decision of man what moral is and what immoral. This is illusion people live. No, if my morality, your morality. If morality of the nature. This is the real morality here. If you hurt someone or no. Whatever someone tell you to do something. If your behavior hurt someone, okay, or no. This is the question here. Whatever someone give you the order. No one have the right to give you any order. No one have the right to give any order. Me no have the right to give orders for others, never. Whatever I know have the right. I have the right for myself to take the responsibility of myself or my consciousness on my body, okay? But I cannot take and I cannot decide for someone what his day will be, or hurt him on some way. Okay, I will explain it later about what is real morality is. Okay, that is not something invention of man; it's an invention of nature. Okay, the people need to understand that whatever government say or authority say have morality, that you cannot cross these lines, and if you cross these lines, you will suffer from violence. And this will arrive for violence, because the nature not live in like this. Nature, the laws of nature is say clearly what behavior is moral or immoral. Okay, if you hurt someone or no. This is what the people. This is what this control system don't want to people understand, and they don't understand the differences between black and white. Because of that, they all their life in this chessboard they put themselves. And these meisters of them play with them in this checkmate. Okay? So we are cause of our suffering and the violence we bring. We are the cause of that. Our consciousness is cause of that. And believe in the government and science systems and religions. This is the cause of violence and suffering. Okay? People need to understand government is slavery. Period. This is this is even not. This is the proof that this is slavery. Okay? Because no one have the right to decide for someone what to do, whatever his profession or politician or whatever he is, it doesn't matter. Okay? So, this mental violence that lead to violence in the physical realm. Okay? This is mental violence that you enforce someone to believe in something. Okay? You enforce someone to his world of view. Okay, it's like I say someone, if you not believe in what I believe, I will hurt you and I will take your rights away. Okay, and this lead to the violence in the physical realm. This you see in the streets. This you see with the time is grow, and this will grow again and again till the people will understand that this does not work like this. You no have those rights to take someone else's rights. You no have these rights. Okay, people need to understand that. And you see these eyes of these people. You see they even know have life in their side, inside their eyes. And I see the police and the military and all these people. They know have even little soul inside them, little part of the soul inside their eyes. You see only darkness and die. People just dead inside, and they don't know what they do. They allow. You see, this is the same pictures of Holocaust, friends. And they have memorial days and they everything, and they respect and they start to be very sensitive. But you see what they do? They do the same things. That Zionism is Nazism. This is the same thing that people don't understand. In my country, people start to understand. This is good, but not enough. So a lack of knowledge and understanding of what is really true or false, okay, or what is really moral or immoral causes of it. This will cause all the disease we have, all the what I call suffering. Because the people not understand and not recognize and not have knowledge, not understanding what true or false, on what really moral or immoral. This is what cause all the disease in our society, like mental disease and spiritual disease, and also physical disease after start to appear after all these things. Because of people not understand the true difference between these things. And unfortunately, we live in strong slavery here in Israel, especially because here in Israel, you see this every day, how they put in and wash the brain of the people easily, and people just accept that easily. This is what very, very sad to hear about that. So, my pleasure to speak with you. Thank you for listening. I will post more videos in English. Also in Hebrew, but in English. I just say you can follow and to see if every week I should post an English video, because I want it more in English language to people to understand and share the world with what is going on in Israel and all this tyranny and slavery systems. And I just say to people, be more active and give the knowledge to other people if you have. Give this light to other people to wake up them, to get outside from this slavery system and all this tyranny and all this darkness we experience now in our world. And this is just unbelievable how much need to happen to wake up these people. And I do every day to wake up more and more people to understand that. And they think everything will go back to the same lives, but they will suffer more and more. They will not understand that. And what I try to do is to wake up people more and more and give this knowledge to them to study about that and to understand what is going on, to understand we are living slavery, because people sometimes not understand we are in slavery, because this is the disease. People even not understand we are in slavery system, because they too much conditioned. They too much conditioned by all these years, and especially old people, because of their too much condition, and their kids also, but not like this. But young people more understand that in these days. Okay, but anyways, important to put this knowledge outside and teach others real morality, and teach others and educate them how to be a better person, and do good behaviors, and be in love. Okay, to live in love. This is what we need, to live in love, and to bring this love. We need to bring the light to the people, and to wake up them to this world. Even the slavery, or this not comfortable for them to hear, whatever, but they need to hear this, and they need to accept that whatever the emotion they have, response of the emotion, they need to deal with this emotion. Okay, as I deal with this, me also was conditioned, we also was under mind control, but I understand that I go outside from the darkness I have before, and I just develop my soul. I just wake up to this, and I arrive to the level I can teach others. Okay, I can teach others. I want to give them this knowledge, and should other people have this knowledge and they wake up, if you consider yourself a awake person, really you have a light, give this light to others, and wake up and be active, and not live in apathy. Think about what is going on. You need to have compassion for that things. Okay, people lack of compassion also. They need to feel some care about what's going on. They need to care about that. This is a natural thing that they delete from us with the time, with people not feel even that. Not feel the emotion, not feel the compassion they need to feel. Okay, so thank you, friends, that you joined to me. I will post more videos in forward videos, so be ready. Here's Steven Mager. Bye bye. Remember that government is a tyranny that's based on slavery. We must gain more courage to do something. This is what's really important to say. Bye bye, my friends. I'll see you later.